So, there's a new Evil Dead movie coming out this weekend, and oh boy, am I excited! I've seen the trailers, I've bought my tickets, I'm ready for it. You see, I love the Evil Dead franchise. It's my favorite horror movie franchise, and it's probably one of my favorite media franchises in general. It has everything I love. Amazing practical gore, crazy camera movements, humor, and my favorite, Sam Raimi. As I've stated before on this channel, I love Sam Raimi. I watch and I love every single movie he makes. Also, Bruce Campbell, one of my favorite actors. And I don't know if you heard about this, but recently it was announced that Bruce Campbell has a very rare, incurable form of brain cancer. This is very awful, this is very sad, and understandably, Bruce Campbell is deciding to retire from acting. Future Vincent here, I was actually completely wrong. He does have cancer, not brain cancer. It's an undisclosed type of cancer that's treatable but not curable. He's not retiring. He's not going to be acting that much anymore, but he is going to be producing and he's going to star in a movie that's coming up soon. There's an animated TV show reportedly that he's going to star in playing Ash. I'm really excited for that animated Evil Dead show, if that's true. I don't know, if I just saw some rumors about it. But yeah, I am very sorry that I got that wrong. I'll check my sources next time before I record the entire video. That was a pretty big mistake. My bad. But today, in honor of the new movie coming out, and in a small little way to celebrate Bruce Campbell's early career, I'm gonna watch each and every single Evil Dead movie, give you my thoughts, and give you my criticisms, and most importantly, I'm going to try to highlight the best of Bruce Campbell. The Evil Dead franchise has gone in a lot of different directions. Sometimes it's as simple as a creepy cabin in the middle of nowhere, and other times it's a man with a chainsaw arm battling deadites in medieval times. Sometimes it's absolutely off the walls and ridiculous, and sometimes it's a serious attempt at making a scary movie. Sometimes it's a TV show, sometimes it's a comic book. There's really like something for everyone to enjoy in the Evil Dead universe. And in my opinion, it all works. But to start, we have to watch Sam Raimi's 1981 masterpiece, The Evil Dead. Okay, so actually before we get to watch any of the full-length movies, I do want to talk about Sam Raimi's 1978 short film, Within the Woods. This movie was made as kind of a proof of concept short to show investors his ideas. It was shot for like $2,000, and it stars Sam Raimi's friends Bruce Campbell and Ellen Sandweiss. And, it's certainly a low-budget film. It's not like bad or anything, but I can understand how lawyer Phil Gillis had no interest in giving Raimi any money for the feature-length version. But I guess it didn't matter, because after a little bit of begging, Sam Raimi was able to save about $350,000 for this movie. And before we move on and talk about Evil Dead, I do want to mention some of the things I noted in this short film. This does use the classic quote-unquote Raimi cam, his classic unique camera technique, used not only in Evil Dead, but also in his superhero movies and his most recent film, Send Help. Obviously, Bruce Campbell is here. I love that he was there in Sam Raimi's earliest work and continued to appear in most of his movies for decades. Also, this short is effective at making the audience a little bit creeped out, and, maybe people would want to watch an actual movie about this. Okay, I'll give Within the Woods a cute student video out of 10. Now let's get to the good shit. By the way, spoilers for all the Evil Dead movies. The Evil Dead, directed by Sam Raimi when he was just 20 years old, follows a group of friends, Ash and Cheryl, they were in the short film earlier, Scott, Linda, and Shelley. You only really need to remember Ash, whose full name is Ashley. This group of pals are taking a vacation to a cabin in the woods. No, not that one. There we go. And if I'm being honest, this isn't my favorite movie. Yeah, I love it and all, but unlike the later movies, this is kind of just trying to be a straightforward horror movie for the most part. It's still campy, and the dialogue is weird as hell.
Well, it might not be that bad.
No.
Actually, it might be kind of nice.
Yeah.
But overall, it's like a normal horror movie from this area. Ash Williams is just like a guy. Very handsome guy. But I will say, Sam Raimi still directed this movie very well, obviously. Like, the opening shots going over the water and then the ones following the car. The bench banging against the cabin when they get there. Very effective way to build tension. Also, I really like this shot. And while yes, the movie is a little bit basic compared to other films in this franchise, there's still a lot of cool stuff that end up becoming mainstays in this franchise. Like I mentioned, the movie has a lot of cool Sam Raimi shots. While the group is eating dinner, the cellar door flies open. And there actually wasn't a cellar in this cabin at all, so when they went there to film, they had to saw into the floor and dig an 8-foot hole to effectively fake it. Scott and Ash go down there to inspect because, you know, they're dumbasses in an 80s horror movie. And while down there, they find a tape featuring the voice of a man named Professor Raymond Noby. He's an archaeologist who found an ancient evil book called the Necronomicon Ex Mortis, or the Book of the Dead. And he basically says that there's a bunch of monsters in the woods that will come to life and possess the living if the spooky words are said. And like every dumbass in an 80s movie, Scott lets it play out even after his friends tell him not to.
I can't believe this. Scott, you knew not to play that. I mean, come on, you knew it was upsetting you. You just don't know when you're taking something too far.
You tell him, Ash. Okay, so this next scene is kind of bad. Ash gives his girlfriend a little, like, magnifying glass.
Ash, how sweet of you.
And this is stupid as fuck, but also Ash and his girl don't really have the best chemistry. They're just being very awkward, and there's a lot of like weird ass close-ups, and for some reason this shot is so fucking blurry. Like, what is going on here? Did Sam Raimi rub his balls on the camera? But who cares, it's time for the spooky stuff. We get a really cool POV shot showing where everyone is in the house, and then for some reason Shelly decides to go deep outside in the woods and follow whatever was outside watching her. Like, come on, man, how fucking dumb are you? At this point, you deserve whatever is coming for you.
Oh god! What the fuck? What the fuck, okay? Not okay!
Oh. Maybe she didn't deserve that. Usually when I say that, the person just dies. But in this movie, they go a little far. Yeah, it's really gross, uncomfortable, and unnecessary. Like, I get it's a horror movie, but I still don't really need a character getting sexually assaulted by trees. Literally everything else in this scene is good and effective to make us, the audience, scared. But I just really think that, I just think the branches could have, like, roughed her up a little bit, and it would have been just as spooky. I mean, it does show how cool these creatures are, and how they do these things purely to make characters suffer, but this could have been shown in a way less nasty way. Sam Raimi himself even said decades later that this was, like, a little bit too far. But who cares? Let's get our minds off this. Look at this cool shot. Okay, so Cheryl escapes and runs back to the cabin, and for some reason these people don't believe her. I'm like, fucking come on, man. If a woman tells you the woods came to life and assaulted her, you believe her.
Down! I want to get out of here. I want to leave this place right now. Right now, Ashley.
Wait a minute. I sure as hell am not leaving any place tonight.
Cheryl, there's nothing out there. Trees do not attack people.
Ashley, will you drive me into town or not?
What, right now? Yeah, look, sure, I'll take you into town.
And again, Ash, being the only good guy in this group, decides that he's gonna, like, take her out to town to sleep. But uh-oh, the bridge collapsed. They're stuck in the evil wood. And again, this shit is so well shot.
It's a 7.
What suit?
Hearts.
Oh my God, 7 of hearts, you're right.
Hey, Ash, I guessed the card right.
Yeah, truly amazing, Linda.
I'm Ash here, man. Cause seriously, what the fuck are we doing? Okay, man, there's a demon in the woods. What would Shelly have to say about this?
2 spades, jack of diamonds, jack of clubs.
Okay, finally it's time to get a good shit. This scene is nasty, it's scary, it's violent, it has everything that we'll be seeing in the future of this franchise. I seriously love all the POV shots in this movie. Also, at this point, like, all the performances start getting better.
For God's sake, what happened to her eyes?
I will say, from what I've heard, Sam Raimi did go a little bit too far with his direction in order to get such good performances out of his actors. I know it's unfortunately very common, but I don't think it's ever okay for a boss to mistreat his employees to get the best labor out of them. And the same thing applies to a film set. Don't be a Stanley Kubrick, be a David Lynch. But as I said before, the movie does pick up a lot at this point. The evil camera smashes through the glass and Deadite Shelley attacks Scott. Join us! I've always loved the voices of the Deadites in these early movies. They scared the fuck out of me when I was a little kid and still remain very effectively creepy. Just like I've said before, the makeup for the Deadites is kind of crappy in some scenes, but the practical effects when it comes to the gore and the violence are very well done. Tom Zavolvin did a very good job with such a small budget, but to be honest, I think this style of gore works a lot better when the movie leans into the camp. Like, this movie is just very silly and campy still, but it doesn't feel as intentional as Sam Raimi's later work. Like, it's a campy movie, but it feels like a accidentally campy movie. This feels like a genuine attempt at creating terror, and while it is scary, I think from a storytelling perspective, it would work better as a more, like, intentionally campy film. Like, when Scott chops up the Deadite girl's body, it makes no sense for him to say this after.
Shelley's dead. We gotta bury her now.
Like, no real human would make this choice, and stuff like this ends up working a whole lot better in future installments. Also, I think I've messed everything up names-wise. Cheryl was the girl who first went out and got raped by the tree. Shelley was the girl Scott's girlfriend. That was Shelley, I think. And then Linda is Ash's girlfriend. She has a spider web growing on her leg. I think I've been messing up their names this whole time, and I think I'm gonna mess them up again. But, you know, that's fine. Linda is the scariest.
Killer. Killer. Killer if you can. Lover boy.
This bitch's giggle is so scary. It used to freak me out so much when I was a little kid. I don't like it. And clearly Ash thinks so too. Like, he starts going full Hank Pym on her.
Oh, Ash, please don't let them take me away again. Please.
No, I won't. I won't, I promise.
Ashley.
Girl's name is Ashley.
I'm all right now, Ashley. Come on, lock the chain, let me out. Now, it's your sister, Cheryl.
Oh shit, I didn't realize they were siblings. They explained that earlier?
Scott?
You know, the more I go back to watch these movies my parents showed me when I was like a little child, the more I realize that they truly must not have given a fuck about me and, like, showing me movies with fucking tree raping demons and shit. What the hell could have 7-year-old me been thinking when I watched this shit? You know, while I think overall Bruce Campbell is super overrated, like just in general, I think the most overrated aspect of his acting is his physical performances. I'll talk about it more later because it's much lighter here, but look at his moves. This whole last act is probably one of my favorites in any horror movie. It's so well shot and all the scares are so effective. I love how foggy the woods are and the way the camera follows Ash. One of the creepiest scenes in any Evil Dead movie is the one with Ash going down in the cellar to find bullets. Again, little me had a lot of nightmares after watching this. Okay, so Ash kills all the scary monsters and sees some interesting stuff. And then the movie ends with Ash stepping outside, it finally being daytime, and then the classic Sam Raimi camera shit speeds through the woods right into Ash. Okay, so that movie was pretty awesome. Like I said, it does feel a little bit bland and basic compared to the future installments, but overall I still really enjoy this movie. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Sam Raimi showed how good he is at creating a campy movie that can still be taken seriously, and in the process created a movie that small children will love for decades. 8 out of 10, time to get to the good shit.
Groovy.
Okay, so like I said earlier, the first movie kind of like didn't feel as campy as some of the later movies, you know, it kind of felt like it was trying to be a little more serious. This is where the franchise gets good. Everything that's iconic is in this movie. But before I actually start talking about the meat of the movie, I need to talk a little bit about the behind the scenes for this one. Sam Raimi's childhood friend, Scott Spiegel, is now a co-writer. He's the one who gave Raimi the idea to add more comedy, and this was a great idea. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen. And the humor is also very necessary. This is not a movie that should be taken seriously. Because another behind the scenes element I do need to mention is the fact that Sam Raimi lost the rights to the original movie. That's why they dropped the.
Drop the just Facebook.
And even though Sam Raimi really wanted to recap the previous movie, he was just not allowed to use the footage from the movie he directed. And instead of, you know, doing what a normal person would do, you know, he decided to spend the first 8 minutes of the movie remaking the original. And this is the funniest shit that's ever happened in a movie. Like, there's literally an opening monologue explaining the lore of the Necronomicon. You could have just squeezed in a little retelling of the first movie. It's not that hard. I don't know, my theory is that Ash got a girlfriend with the same name, gave her the same stupid ass necklace, and then came back because he's a dumbass. In the show, he gets a new girlfriend with the same name, so it's possible, you know. Who cares? Like I said before, the first 8 minutes of this movie are just a recap of the original movie, but instead this time it's only Ashley and his recasted girlfriend.
What do you say we have some champagne, huh, baby? Huh?
Sure.
After all, I'm a man and you're a woman. At least last time I checked. Bum bum.
Also, if I'm being honest, I prefer this version. The first movie just doesn't have the charm that this one has, or the budget. Look at the Book of the Dead, it's way cooler now. And we have silly stop-motion dancing deadites. Didn't get none of that in the first one. Overall, the effects in this movie are really good, and they've aged pretty well. Not that. Also, I think it's very funny that in both of these movies, whenever a character's girlfriend dies, their first instinct is to go bury them in the woods and make a little cross out of wooden sticks. I don't know, this just makes me laugh. Not only have the effects greatly improved, but so have Sam Raimi's directing skills. In between this and the original, like, Sam Raimi got good.
I gotta get a grip on myself here.
I would say Bruce Campbell got better too, but that would be a lie, because he was always like this. Okay, so after Ash discovers the new destroyed bridge, we get, I think, the best scene in any movie ever. The Deadite is chasing Ash, and the camera movement is so cool. As I've mentioned earlier, Bruce Campbell gives such an amazing physical performance in this movie. And one thing about this movie, it's just a constant build. Shit gets crazier and crazier. After some stuff about the family who owns the cabin talking about the book, we get a previously mentioned naked dancing stop-motion girlfriend. That's always fun. We get a whole lot more Bruce Campbell being silly. And because his Evil Dead girlfriend, like, bit him, he has, like, idle hand thing going on. And, you know, I don't want to keep bringing it up, but this literally is the best anyone has ever acted with their hand in any movie. Like, his physical performance is so good.
Who's laughing now?
Man, sometimes I watch a movie and it just makes me understand why I love this art form so much. This is a horror movie that just completely pauses the scary stuff and becomes a slapstick comedy for like a very long time. It's just Ash chasing around his hand while it makes rat noises. Seriously, if you haven't seen any Evil Dead movies and for some reason you are watching this video, please watch this movie first. There's a scene 35 minutes into the movie where the main character, Ashley, just stands there laughing with all the furniture in the house. Okay, so after Ash has his little moment, the family that the movie has been kind of showing us every now and then for the past 30 minutes shows up, and it's the Noby family. Remember the guy, Professor Raymond Noby? He has a whole family. He has a wife and some kids and a weird crackhead that hangs around. And they're here to find Raymond and talk to him about the Book of the Dead or something. And when they show up, immediately assume Ash killed their whole family, kick his ass, and then they throw him down into a hole. And there's literally a crackhead down there, man. Must be from Portland. Also, just like the first movie, I don't have any idea who the fuck these people are. I know who Annie is. She's like the daughter of Raymond, and that one guy is the son, I think. But who are these people? Especially who's that guy? Also, why does this movie look like shit now? It's like really random, but every now and then the movie just starts looking really weird. But who cares? Raymond is an evil Casper demon, and now he tells everyone that they're all fucked and they're gonna die unless they read the passages from the pages of the pages they found earlier in the movie, and more importantly, the hand is back.
Ache. You're holding my hand too tight.
Baby, I ain't holding your hand.
Oh, turn it off! Turn it off! Okay. Only because you're scared.
Also, for some reason, they added another evil tree. Like, what the fuck? You didn't learn the first time? I guess it's not as bad now because there's no, like, full penetration or whatever, but just a lot of tree groping. I will say, though, I like the new practical effects on the trees, you know. I like the way the branches move. Okay, so Ash and the woman need to go down in the basement because Crackhead threw the pages down there earlier. And this is actually the best scene in any movie ever. Genuinely, I'm not being hyperbolic.
Groovy.
It doesn't even make me laugh anymore. It brings a tear to my eye how amazing this film is. Like, he said groovy, man. Then Ash fucking fist fights this nasty ass Harkonnen looking motherfucker, and then, oh my god, he's so cool! And then the movie starts going full Beetlejuice, and god damn, even though I hate Tim Burton, I do love me some Beetlejuice. Remember how I said earlier that this movie just keeps building and building and building and it never stops? Well, this is my proof. There's a giant tree monster trying to eat a man with a chainsaw arm, and then a giant portal appears and sucks everything up, including our main character. He ends up in medieval times surrounded by knights and shit, and he kills a pterodactyl deadite, and then all the people start worshipping Ash. So fucking good, man. This is one of my favorite movies. I can make an hour-long video just talking about every scene and why I love it. 10 out of 10. It's perfect. Not only is it a perfect sequel that stands completely on its own, but this is just where the franchise found its place in the horror genre, you know? Moving further away from the cooler, more mean tone of the previous film. In this one, the Deadites are a lot less, you know, a lot less sadistic, I guess. They're a lot more fun to watch. How about we take it even further in the next one? I hate that this movie is called Army of Darkness. Yeah, I said it. Not because it's a bad title or anything. It's just, it's you know, it's an awesome name for a movie, but come on. Medieval Dead, it was right there. Universal, you were pussies then and you remain pussies to this day.
My name is Ash, and I am a slave.
I don't even need to say anything, I think. This is a really badass recap of the previous movie with a third Linda actress and then even less people. This time we get to see a little bit of Ash's life outside the cabin. Some great Bruce Campbell narration.
Close as I can figure it, the year is 1300 AD, and I'm being dragged to my death.
And again, another retcon. The last movie ended with Ash landing in the year 1300 AD and immediately being worshipped as a god. It was awesome. And now, right when he lands, a dude like briefly proposes the idea that maybe Ash is a savior sent down there to save them from the Deadites. Then he immediately gets arrested and sentenced to death. I always found it funny that both of Ash's arms are in that fucking like pillory thing, but even though he's missing a hand, I don't know. I just think it's funny how quickly these movies became like slapstick comedies and not horror. Also, this movie definitely looks the best so far. The special effects and the set, they look amazing. You can tell Sam Raimi got a lot more money to make this one. Like, look at this cave Ash gets thrown down into to fight Deadites. It looks awesome. I will say, there was something special about the first movie and the way it was shot. You know, that movie had a really good indie feel, but who cares? Ash didn't say shit like this back then.
All right, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
Okay, so Ash, like, proved himself to all the medieval fucking dudes when he uses his boomstick to kill the Deadites. So now he's just chilling, eating grapes, talking shit.
First you want to kill me, now you want to kiss me. Blow.
And then this random ass Deadite shows up, and if I'm being honest, this is one of my least favorite Deadite fights in the series. Like, the camera, it just shakes too much, and the Deadite is making these awful noises.
Yo, she-bitch. Let's go.
Never mind. I was wrong. It's the best scene in the movie. Fuck, he's so cool. And then we get another work shed scene.
Work shed.
Groovy.
You know, if you really think about it, this is like the original Star Wars trilogy if it was good. You know, if you think about it.
From a certain point of view.
Okay, so Ash has a new girlfriend named Sheila, and if I'm being honest, similar to all his relationships, she's lame. I don't care about her, I don't know anything about her. But Bruce Campbell's charisma stats are like completely maxed out, so he does make it work, you know.
Give me some sugar, baby.
The Raimi Cam horseback chase is probably my favorite Raimi Cam moment from the whole franchise. We get some cool horse action, the Sam Cam looking better than it has in any movie before, and Bruce Campbell, of course, is doing some amazing slapstick physical comedy. I like that the evil Necronomicon magic from the first movie is like super fucking evil. It causes trees to rape women, and the Deadites are really mean, and now the magic is just a little silly. It's like an episode of Tom and Jerry. And all the Deadites are just kind of like tricksters. Sometimes you just have to sit back and appreciate the art when you're watching a movie. Like, look at this shit. In what other franchise could a director get away with doing something like this? So, similar to the last movie, it's kind of hard to explain this movie's plot because it's really just an hour and a half of Ash fucking around. Also, Ash found 3 books, and to be honest, this video is already kind of long. I don't feel like explaining the lore behind all this shit. The movie doesn't explain it, so I'm not going to even start. All you need to know is that there's a book for this trilogy and the TV show, and then there's a book for the 2013 one, and then there's a book for the newer one, the hotel. If you want to know about the books and how they connect to all the different movies, go watch a video about that. I'm here to show you stuff like this. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like to see. So anyway, Ash said the passage he was supposed to say to go home, but he was wrong, so now there's a bunch of silly, wacky stuff happening to medieval England.
Oh, the fuck out of my face.
I don't know why that surprised me, but when I heard him say fuck, that just, took me back. This movie feels so PG-13, and pretty sure this is the first time Ash has said fuck in any of the movies. I don't know why I'm talking about it, but it's kind of crazy to me. Like, Ash said a bad word, you know? All the Christian Englishmen are upset with him now, and he's fucking things up with his medieval hoes.
What of all the sweet words that you spoke in private?
Oh, well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby.
Also, look how much better the pterodactyl Deadite looks now. It looked like shit in the last movie. I mean, it still kind of looks like shit. But like I said, the practical effects have gotten a lot better. Also, look at the skeletons. That's fun. Oh yeah, so this is like Helm's Deep, bro. This shit is awesome. I'm being serious now. This shit, like, it's actually really cool. Like, look at this. It's an army of skeletons. Also, Ash has a tank now. Yeah. Don't even ask where he got this shit. He's just that fucking cool. I get the feeling that the majority of this video is just going to be clips of Bruce Campbell saying cool shit.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the store.
Who the hell are you?
Name's Ash. Housewares.
Cause that's the best part of Evil Dead, baby. Ash Williams. You can't have Evil Dead without Ash. I'll talk about it later. Ashley beats all the skeletons and gains the respect of the British again, leaves his girlfriend behind and goes back to the future. Hey, I just thought of a really great movie idea. Okay, so Ash is back home now and immediately starts picking up more ladies, and of course it ends with the Deadite showing up and Ash being a badass.
Hail to the king, baby.
10 out of 10, the greatest trilogy ever made. Okay, let's talk about the serious ones now. Okay, so I kinda implied earlier I don't like this movie, and that's a complete lie. I also love this one. I just don't have very strong opinions about it. Or the next one. So since these videos are already very, very long, I'm gonna be different. Very different. I'm just gonna talk about the things that I like, and then I'm gonna talk about the things that I don't like. And then I'm gonna score, and then I'm gonna move on. That's it. I'm not gonna go scene by scene or whatever. I don't have time for that shit. Released in 2013, Evil Dead.
Drop the just Facebook. It's cleaner.
Overall, like I said, it's a great movie. It's one of the only remakes from this era that isn't complete dog shit. And I think because similar to other remakes from this time, it has a whole new cast of characters who are kind of like our old cast of characters, doing stuff that's kind of like what our old cast of characters did, serving as an easy way to take the franchise back to basics, usually after the franchise went off the rails.
I mean, who do you think killed Kennedy? Government? No, that government stuff is bullcrap. It's these people.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, this was happening a lot around this time. But this one works because unlike those remakes where they were trying so desperately to recreate the feeling that the first movie gave people, That just doesn't work, you know? This movie takes the concept and the horror of the original movie, gets rid of all the camp, and plays it completely straight. And it works very, very well. Like when David gives Mia his magnifying glass necklace, this happens in the original, but for a completely different reason. It plays a different role in the story, and if I'm being honest, the overall plot in this one works a whole lot better. A group of friends going to a cabin to support one of them while she's going cold turkey on heroin. Good story. Jane Levy does such a good job playing an addict, and it's really, I'm a sucker for a good addiction story, and Mia is just played so realistically. She's so cruel and manipulative, and you hate her in the same way that you grow to hate addicts in real life. She's also just an entertaining main character.
There's something dead, and it reeks.
She also does a great job when she becomes a Deadite. I completely forgot that she's like in the cellar the entire movie while everyone else tries to figure out what to do. And for the most part, I do like this friend group. I don't know anyone's fucking name except for the main character, but I do think they're better than the, like, average horror movie characters. Oh, except for the blonde one, I don't like her very much. I don't even know if she has, like, a single line of dialogue. She's kinda hanging around. And that hippie motherfucker is an idiot. I forgot that the book literally says something like, don't read this, run away, you will die, everyone will die. And he just still reads it out loud. Like, he seeks out the words he cannot read. Come on, man. But that's fine. Characters making decisions I don't agree with aren't negatives for a movie most of the time. I will say that this is the first genuinely scary Evil Dead movie since the first one. Like, this shit is freaky as fuck. Things also get pretty fucked up, like, later on in this movie. It's very violent. I can't even show most of it. And the violence isn't campy or silly like the other ones. It just kind of makes you feel gross. And yeah, it is a little campy every now and then. The actors in the movie are playing it completely straight, though. So, you know, it hits a lot harder than in the original. I love that they make the Deadites meanies again, though. They say a lot of very nasty shit. I also love that this movie goes full batshit crazy at the end when she kills that scary-ass monster with a chainsaw and it starts raining blood. To get to my negatives, as I mentioned before, some of the characters are a bit lame. The blonde one, you know, but that's fine. Doesn't really hold the movie back that much for me. I like these people more than Ash's friends from the first movie, so. Also, I bet you expected me to say Ash should be here, but no. While I do miss Ash, you'd be wrong. I think his absence is necessary, and in order for this franchise to survive, I think we gotta let this character go. Like, come on, we got 3 movies and a TV show, a bunch of comics. We don't need to milk this cow dry. Like I said earlier in this video, unfortunately, Bruce Campbell will not be returning to any more movies again, so this is not gonna happen. We're gonna have to accept it.
Groovy.
I changed my mind. He needs to be in another movie. They should have taken the opportunity when they had it. He was right there. Come back. Oh, and they kept the tree rape. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know why they didn't abandon that idea. It's just gross, and I don't like it. And it's not fun to watch. Evil Dead movies are fun to watch. This isn't fun. It's not fun violence. It's icky. It's icky. I don't like it. I like the movie though. It's a really good remake, even though it's not even a remake. It does such a great job at taking that original movie and twisting it around just a little bit to give you a completely new experience. 9 out of 10. I really like it. Okay, let's watch the one with that hot mom. That intro is so fucking dope. Evil Dead Rise. So good. So good. Obviously, you know, released in 2025. Evil Dead... Wait a minute. 2023. It's been 3 years since this movie came out? That doesn't feel right. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But anyway, unlike Evil Dead 2013, which took things back to basics, this movie is doing something new. It follows Beth, who after finding out she has an unplanned pregnancy, decides to reconnect with her hot sister, Ellie. And then Ellie's kids, Danny and Bridget, open up the third Necronomicon and unleash evil upon their family. And if I'm being honest, I also really like this one. It's like really good, actually. I really like this one. While it's doing something new in terms of the setting, this movie does take the Deadite back to basics. They get a little goofy again, while being insanely rude. I just like this whole family. We get a perfect amount of sappy family shit right before we get all the violent stuff. So we learn just enough about these characters and, you know, what they like, what they feel about things. we get just enough so that way we care about them. And this isn't something that we've gotten in very much in the other movies. Makes it a lot more effective when all these motherfuckers die. I also do really like Lee Cronin's direction. I watched his most recent movie, The Mummy, and I was kind of disappointed. I really hope he comes back to Evil Dead, because if I'm being honest, that other shit was weak as hell, and this movie works. He does a lot of fun stuff that gives this movie its own personality, and it really stands alone compared to all the other movies. Another big positive is the violence. It's not as crazy and disgusting as the 2013 movie. A lot of the violence here is a lot more uncomfortable than it is bloody. Cheese graters and shit. I think the best aspect of this movie is the performances. Alyssa Sutherland does such a good job playing a Deadeye, and I think her physical performance in this movie is almost as good as Bruce Campbell's in the originals. And, it's not just her. Lily Sullivan also has an amazing physical performance and emotional performance, and brings some really, really good necessary emotion to this character. The kids are good too. The little girl was in Stranger Things, and apparently she's British, and that's impressive. She does a great American accent for such a young child. I don't really have any complaints about this movie, I think. I guess the little twist at the end, where the beginning, was actually the end, that didn't really do anything for me. But it doesn't, make the movie worse anyways. But overall, I think I'm gonna have to give this movie a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's really, really good. I like this one a lot. The Mom is Hot. Okay. So those movies were really good. And, this video was long, and I'm excited to be done, and... Oh, wait a minute. Forgot that I've already bought tickets to the other one. Evil Dead Burn is really fucking good. I'm starting to think that there will never be a bad Evil Dead movie. This is literally the perfect horror franchise, and I think this new era of Evil Dead movies is going to leave a permanent impact on the horror industry. I don't even know where to begin. I just got back from the theater and I am blown away. I knew it would have been good, but there were moments where I was considering whether or not this was the best Evil Dead movie since Army of Darkness. And while, after a bit of thought, I have decided I do think Evil Dead Rise is a little bit better, that doesn't mean this was bad in any way. Now, I can't pronounce the director's name, and I'm not even going to try, but he did an amazing job with this film. This movie is such a well-directed movie. There are so many long takes, and the fight scenes are probably the best in the series. The characters, while not as likable as the ones in Rise, are still up there with the best written overall group in the series. I like that the more recent Evil Dead movies have, themes and stuff. There's a little more than the story than just a bunch of Deadites attacking a group of goofballs. And speaking of the Deadites, the ones here were some of the best we've ever gotten. Edgar and Thea are freaky as hell, and their physical performances are, of course, top-notch. Maybe not as good as Bruce Campbell or Alyssa Sutherland, but still, peak. And speaking of Bruce Campbell and Alyssa Sutherland, they are both in this movie. I noticed a sexy little photograph of Ash Williams on a wall behind the grandpa. Then Alyssa Sutherland appeared in the post-credit scene, and oh my god, I pray she's the main character in the next one. Please make her out to be kind of the new Ash Williams in some sort of way, if you know what I mean. Just make her the new main character. She is too perfect. You can't waste her. She's the best character we've gotten since Ash Williams. This movie has a different type of violence, at least compared to the previous two. 2013 was just, really gory and fucking disgusting. It wasn't really anything fun about that violence. It was just people cutting their arms off in really nasty ways and putting knives in their mouths and pins in their eyes. That one wasn't fun. And then the violence in Evil Dead Rise is a bit different. The violence in that one is it's more uncomfortable and awkward. It's eating wine glasses and putting cheese graters to the leg, nothing that's so bad it's overtly disgusting. It's more campy violence in horror, and in this one it's still on that same road of being kind of campy violence, but there's some parts of it where it's kind of it's the word I could use is probably brutal. Yeah, this one's brutal. It's not exceptionally gory or disgusting or anything, but you feel the impact in this one. The Deadites are beating motherfuckers up this time. And when it does get really violent and bloody, it is more fun and lighthearted most of the time. It really never goes in the direction that Evil Dead 2013 went in. There are a couple scenes that, you know, go against that. Like, just a warning in case you haven't seen the movie and maybe you want to. There is a dog murder. Like a full-on murder. Dude grabs a dog and stabs it in the neck, and you hear the whimper. It just wasn't a fun scene, but full dog murder. Brutal dog murder in the movie. There's some other bits of nastiness, but overall, I would say that this movie was like the most action in an Evil Dead movie, other than Army of Darkness, which is literally just an action movie. Like I said earlier, the Deadites are beating motherfuckers up. They're slamming their heads into bookcases and throwing them around, picking them up. It's crazy. But yeah, overall, I'm gonna watch the movie again and maybe make another video, but since I have only seen it once, I don't have too many criticisms. I only really noticed the good stuff, so I might be biased, but right now I think I'm gonna have to give Evil Dead Burn a 9 out of 10. Yeah. Okay, that was it. This took me a pretty long time. That was a long video. Now, if you've gotten to this point, thank you. Subscribe. Like the video. Okay? Yeah, I don't have anything to say. Great franchise. Evil Dead. Well, yep. Great. Bye! Okay, so, if you didn't know, I was watching every single Spider-Man movie. I did the Raimi trilogy, I watched Spectacular Spider-Man the show, I watched the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans, and, man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 really wore me down, man. I went to watch the Spider-Man Homecoming, and it just didn't. Because I've also been reading a lot of Spider-Man comics, and I think the back-to-back of watching the Amazing Spider-Man 2 and reading the One More Day at the same time, it really ruined my perception of Spider-Man for a short period. I don't like Spider-Man anymore, if I'm being honest. I'm not, yeah. I really don't like Spider-Man anymore. Like, it's kind of a shitty character, especially in the movies. And even though I like Homecoming, at least to my memory, I kind of don't want to watch it again and, like, ruin my perception of that movie. Because, like, I don't... Yeah. So... Maybe... Yeah, no, it's just... Yeah. Maybe I should have done it, like... If I ever do something like that again, it's going to be, like... I'm going to do Spider-Man, the trilogy in one video, and then I'm going to do the Amazing Spider-Man duology in another video, and then I'm going to do the Tom trilogy in a video. Like, it would be, like, separated like that. Because this was... It was kind of hard talking about one movie for 30 minutes every single week. Because, like, those movies... The Amazing Spider-Man movie, that was bad, man. That, like, ruined... I didn't watch another movie for, like, 2 weeks after that. It was not good. That's a bad movie. But Evil Dead saved me. Evil Dead saved my mood. I'm in a positive mood next. That's all Evil Dead. Yeah. So, more positive videos. I'm going to make positive videos from now on. Not about the stuff I don't like, you know. So, probably no more superhero movies. Because they hurt me, man. They're not... I don't know what's so hard about making, like, a good superhero movie. But they rarely ever happen. Like, the majority of them are really, really bad. Like really bad. But not Supergirl. Supergirl wasn't that bad. Supergirl was bad, but not that bad. It was fine. It would have been better if I hadn't read the comic beforehand. And, you know, it's probably the way it is with the majority of superhero movies. Okay, rant is done. Thank you, like and subscribe. Evil Dead, great. Spider-Man, bad. Yeah, no more superhero movies. This is now an Evil Dead channel only. This is not a superhero channel. It's an Evil Dead channel. Alright, see ya.